These are 12 country songs only folks over 50 still remember and still feel deep in their bones. Number 12, Big Bad John by Jimmy Dean.
Big man, Big John.
We kick off our list with the deep-voiced legend himself, Jimmy Dean, and a song that became part of American folklore. Released in 1961 on Columbia Records, Big Bad John hit number 1 on both the country and pop charts. It told the tale of a quiet giant who met his fate deep in a mine shaft. It wasn't just a hit, it was a cultural moment.
Running at the mine, you could see him arrive. He stood 6'6" and weighed 245.
Here's the twist. Jimmy Dean wrote it in a hurry on a plain napkin, needing a B-side filler. Instead, it became a national anthem for working men everywhere. Picture it. Truck stops at dawn, jukeboxes echoing Big John, while drivers sipped black coffee from thick ceramic mugs.
Came the day at the bottom of the mine when a timber cracked and men started crying.
The song earned Dean a Grammy and a spot in the Country Music Hall of Fame. But more than that, Big Bad John still stands tall in the memory of every listener who heard it rumble across the AM dial. From coal dust ballads, we move into something softer and sadder. Number 11, The End of the World by Skeeter Davis.
Silver record from Norway, so I thank you if you're responsible, and it's called The End of the World.
Few songs capture loneliness like Skeeter Davis's haunting The End of the World. Released in 1962 by RCA Victor, this aching ballad climbed to number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. That was a rare crossover for a country song back then. Davis's voice trembled with vulnerability, and for good reason. She recorded it following personal heartbreak and loss. The producer almost didn't include the soft, weeping guitar intro.
Why does the sea rush to shore?
Skeeter insisted, and it became iconic. You can almost hear it now, playing softly on a transistor radio as rain tapped on the tin roof of a parked car somewhere off a country road. The song's legacy? It's been covered by dozens of artists, but none ever matched the raw ache of the original.
Why does my heart go on beating?
It remains a time capsule of sorrow, known best by those who lived through both the heartbreak and the era. Now, from sorrow to something sweet and green. Number 10, Little Green Apples by Roger Miller.
Across its smiling lips that warm my heart and see my moon.
Before he became known for novelty hits, Roger Miller showed his tender side with Little Green Apples. Released in 1968, this version offered a gentle, soulful take on Bob Russell's Grammy-winning song.
She reaches out and takes my hand and squeezes it and says, how you feel?
While O.C. Smith had the R&B hit, Miller gave it a country coat, and fans embraced it. Curious fact, Miller wasn't the first pick to cover the song, but his relaxed drawl gave it a new layer of authenticity. Imagine an autumn morning, coffee brewing, the smell of biscuits in the oven, and this song playing in the background. A slow, warm hug in musical form.
God didn't make little green apples and it don't rain.
Though it didn't top charts like some others, it remains a favorite among fans who prefer their country music with a dash of quiet gratitude. Next, we enter a room with 4 lonely walls and a broken heart inside. Number 9, 4 Walls by Jim Reeves.
4 walls to...
This one's for the quiet folks, the ones who've sat alone with memories. Jim Reeves released 4 Walls in 1957, and it quickly became a smash. It climbed to number 1 on the country charts and crossed over to pop.
Out where the bright lights are glowing.
It marked the rise of the Nashville sound, smoother, more polished, and radio-friendly. What many don't know is that Reeves fought to record it. RCA didn't think it would work. He proved them wrong. Picture a bachelor's apartment in the 1960s. Shadows dancing on the wallpaper. The soft crackle of vinyl as Jim crooned through speakers with velvet melancholy. Four walls helped define a new era of country, one that made room for gentleness. And though Reeves died young, this song keeps him alive in the hearts of those who remember the stillness. Let's stay with Jim and travel just a couple of years forward. Number 8, He'll Have to Go by Jim Reeves.
You'll have to go. Whisper.
He'll Have to Go isn't just a country classic, it's a masterclass in subtle heartbreak. Released in 1959, this RCA single spent 14 weeks atop the country charts.
Lips a little closer to the phone.
Reeves recorded it with a whispery microphone technique that made listeners feel like he was right there in the room. The backstory? It was recorded late at night, almost scrapped, and saved only because one RCA exec saw its quiet power.
You can't say the words I want to hear.
Picture this: a payphone booth outside a neon-lit bar. A man dialing home, voice trembling as he hears another man answer. "He'll have to go" is a ghostly lullaby for the betrayed, and one every 50-plus country fan knows by heart.
I'll tell the man to turn the jukebox.
It helped solidify the gentleman cowboy image Reeves would carry into legend. Speaking of legends, our next song introduced a sound no one saw coming. Number 7, Don't Worry by Marty Robbins. Before Marty Robbins brought us gunfighter ballads, he changed country music forever with a guitar glitch. Don't Worry, released in 1961 by Columbia, was a smooth, comforting ballad, until the guitar solo hit.
It's all over now.
A faulty channel in the mixing board created a distorted fuzz effect. Instead of fixing it, producer Don Law left it in. History was made. It's considered the first use of fuzz-toned guitar in a major recording. This song echoed from diner jukeboxes and dashboard radios, a steady hand during uncertain times.
Get it, Marty? I'm trying to. I want you to be.
It topped the charts for 10 weeks and proved Marty could do more than Western epics. He could sing you through sorrow and invent a sound along the way. Now let's take a trip through wartime patriotism and vinyl records stamped with red, white, and blue. Number 6, Hello Vietnam by Johnnie Wright.
Kiss me goodbye and write me while I'm gone.
Released in 1965, Hello Vietnam was both a rally cry and a farewell letter. Sung by Johnnie Wright of Johnnie and Jack fame, the song hit number 1 at a time when patriotism ran high, and so did fear. It soundtracked a generation of boys leaving home and girls waiting by mailboxes. The twist?
Here to take a battle to be won.
It was written by Tom T. Hall. Despite its pro-war tone, Hall later revealed conflicted feelings about it. Imagine a young soldier boarding a bus in rural Tennessee, duffel bag on his shoulder. This song playing on a distant car radio. Though it became controversial later, Hello Vietnam captured a moment in time remembered only by those who lived it.
In that land.
If these classics are bringing back memories, hit that like button and subscribe. We post new country countdowns every week, keeping the golden years alive for folks who lived them, loved them, and still hum them today. Number 5, Detroit City by Bobby Bare.
Last night I went to sleep in Detroit City.
A homesick anthem if there ever was one. Bobby Bare's 1963 hit Detroit City, originally titled I Wanna Go Home, told the story of a Southern man who found factory work but not happiness up north.
I wanna go home. I wanna.
Written by Mel Tillis and Danny Dill and recorded on RCA Victor, it struck a chord with thousands of rural families facing the same dilemma. Here's a little-known detail. The echo effect on Bobby's voice was meant to sound like a lonely man singing in a cheap motel room. And it worked. Picture a lunch break outside a rusted Chevy plant, a man staring south as this song plays on the radio.
From the letters that I write, they think I'm.
Detroit City won Bare a Grammy and remains a poignant reminder of when ambition pulled people away from their roots. We're staying with storytelling now, but moving from factory smoke to small-town scandal. Number 4. The Carroll County Accident by Porter Wagoner.
Carroll County's pointed out as kind of.
Nobody told small-town secrets like Porter Wagoner. Released in 1968, this RCA single hit number 2 on the country charts and unfolded like a short story. A fatal car crash, a forbidden affair, a family secret buried with the wreckage.
He wore a golden wedding ring upon his hand.
Fun fact. It was written by Bob Ferguson in a single afternoon, inspired by a road sign in Tennessee. Imagine driving a dusty back road as this song crackles through the AM dial. Equal parts mystery, gossip, and morality tale.
A little matchbox circled by a rubber band.
Porter's suit sparkled, but his lyrics cut deep. Carroll County Accident is remembered by fans who knew that not all sins stayed buried. Now let's trade mystery for wisdom and watermelon wine. Number 3. Old Dogs, Children, and Watermelon Wine by Tom T. Hall.
And I said, well, I didn't know. He said, you know,
In 1972, Tom T. Hall gave us a song so simple, it felt like scripture. Old Dogs, Children, and Watermelon Wine wasn't about heartache, war, or cheating. It was about the quiet truths we learn with age.
You ever had a drink of water?
It climbed to number 1 and became one of Hall's most cherished works. He wrote it after a real conversation with a hotel janitor in Miami. The man's words became the song's chorus. Visualize a wooden porch swing, summer breeze, a glass of sweet tea.
Even when you make mistakes. And God bless little.
This song playing just loud enough to drift into memory. It's a tune that meant little to kids and everything to adults, especially those with a few more birthdays behind them than ahead. Now, we head toward heartbreak with one of the most gut-wrenching voices in country music. Number 2. There Goes My Everything by Jack Greene.
There goes my everything.
Few voices could break your heart like Jack Greene's. Released in 1966, There Goes My Everything was his breakout. A masterpiece of quiet devastation. It topped the country charts and earned Greene the CMA's first ever Male Vocalist of the Year award.
There goes my reason for thee.
Here's a twist. Elvis Presley later covered it, but even the King couldn't match Jack's raw delivery. You can still see it. A man at the edge of a breakup, slumped beside a radio, hearing this song and realizing she's not coming back.
That kept this whole heart beating.
It's not just a breakup song, it's a goodbye to everything familiar. And now, we arrive at a song that brought comfort, even in letting go. Number 1. For the Good Times by Ray Price.
for the good time.
When it comes to elegance in country music, Ray Price set the gold standard. Released in 1970 on Columbia Records, For the Good Times was written by Chris Christopherson and became Ray's signature hit.
Don't look so sad.
It topped the country charts and crossed over to pop, all while redefining what a country ballad could be. A subtle detail. The entire song is written as a farewell, but never sounds bitter. It's gentle, forgiving, full of grace. Imagine a smoky bar at closing time, couples swaying slowly, eyes misty as Ray's voice wraps around them like a warm quilt.
There'll be time enough
For the Good Times won countless awards and continues to be played at funerals, reunions, and quiet nights alone. A final gift from a gentleman of song. If you've enjoyed this trip back in time, don't forget to like and subscribe for more country classics every week. And there you have it. 12 country songs only 50-plus-year-olds remember because they lived them. From Big Bad John's heroism to Ray Price's tender farewell, these songs didn't just top charts, they told stories etched into American hearts. Thank you for joining us on this memory-soaked journey. Next time, we're counting down 12 country songs only those who grew up in 1980s remember. The songs you loved that radio forgot. Until then, keep the turntable spinning, the memories close, and may every goodbye be for the good time.